么？这个非常的重要。同时我们可以理解 ，A 道一定是在预赛排名成绩靠前的选手 ，B 道是预赛前。那我会有新的故事上场了，各位，做好准备啦！女子16进班马上就开始。
Hello and welcome to Nanjing, 300 kilometers northwest of Shanghai and home to 8 million people. You join us on a very warm afternoon here. And the athletes are already underway. The start time was originally scheduled for 3 o'clock, but it was decided to send the climbers out earlier, perhaps due to the shade which has hit the wall. Earlier on, lane B was in the sun, but despite that we saw some blisteringly fast times in qualification. I will give you the highlights in just a second. Already we're underway with Anna Tsiganova on the left and Wangmu Renzeng on the right. Tsiganova a clear favourite in this one. She gets a nice clean start, shouldn't have to work too hard. Wangmu Renzeng hanging on to 8.16 for Tsiganova, and she goes through. Have another look at it there. Nice clean run from Tsiganova. She topped the qualifying round, hence her climbing in the first race. 7.67 for Tsiganova earlier today. She was 4th last week out in Chongqing, Tsiganova. Runner-up in the small final. If you're new to sport climbing, we have the round of 16 for all the female competitors, which we're currently watching, then the round of 16 for the male competitors. So Ala Marenic on the left, Anna Brozek on the right. They're both off to a good start. Pretty even this one as things stand. Brozek perhaps has a slight lead, but she's having to work for it. And Marenic caught her right at the end. 8.31 sees her through. She'll take on Tsiganova in the next race. Let's have another look at that top out. There we go, 8.31. Next, the world record holder Yulia Kaplina takes on Claudia Bukchek. So I was just saying we have the round of 16 for the women, round of 16 for the men, and the round of 8 for the women, round of 8 for the men, so on and so forth. Till we end up with 4 climbers, at which point there is 2 races to decide who will be in the big final, which is the first, second playoff, and the small final, or the third, fourth playoff. For now though, we'll focus on Kaplina on the left. Bukchek on the right. Kaplina blisteringly quick this season. And I assume blisteringly quick today. I didn't see any of that, but 7.79 for Kaplina. Just have a look if we can see both times. 7.79 it is. We are receiving our video this week from the local Chinese broadcaster. Please direct your comments to them if you feel that they missed any of the action. In the meantime, Elena Markusheva takes on Yili Song of China. Song quite impressive in the qualifiers. I thought Markusheva would be a favourite for this, but maybe closer than you think. Markusheva on the left, Song on the right. Little twitch from Song before she set off, but Markusheva opening up a small lead, which is just about keep hold of, just needs to keep it clean, and does. 8.2.
Congratulations to Elena 选手来自俄罗斯，恭喜！同时谢谢宋一鸣精彩的攀爬 ，Thank you， 宋一鸣。OK， 继续欢迎下面进入到比赛现场的2位对阵的是 是的，法国队的选手安努克 France 安努对阵的是比道 vs Asel 哈萨克斯坦的阿塞尔选手。而且这两位目前呢预赛排名第2对阵预赛排名第15，世界排名第1对阵预赛排名第42。
起步稳定 ，A 道是目前世界排名第1的法国选手。哇
！Thank you, Asel, and congratulations to Arnold France。
安努克目前呢进入前8，
是前8已经产生了1、2、3、4、5位，
目前都是 A 道的领先，
是
啊，也就是说也是 A 道排名也是预赛排名靠前的选手。
就是目前为止还是中规中矩，没出现反超的情况。
反超还没出现冷门。
来看一下，
哇，这一组又很残酷了，各位。A 道是来自于波兰的老将安迪塔，世界排名第9位，预赛排名第7。B 道对阵的是
对阵的是何翠莲，预赛排名第10位，世界目前排名第16位。
哇！
Congratulations to Anita Poland. Thank you 何翠莲，谢谢何翠莲的攀爬，恭喜！来自于波兰的安妮塔。
已经6位进入到前8，继续来欢迎。
是的，法国队的选手阿瑞拉，林 A 阿瑞拉 France vs 林 B 刘迪 China。预赛排名第3对阵预赛排名第14，世界排名第7对阵刘迪预赛排名世界排名第20位。好了，感谢刘迪的攀爬。刘迪在比赛中感觉很明显也是越来越快。
Apologies if I just disappeared there. It was Saracen 8.23. We've been having 1 or 2 issues with power supply. It was affecting our live scores earlier during the bouldering.
是的，最后一个名额将在 A 道俄罗斯的选手玛利亚以及 B 道中国队的选手林威之间产生。预赛排名第6对阵预赛排名第11，世界排名第26对阵世界排名第41位，两位加油！
So next, Krasavina against Mingwei Ni. And they both get a good start, but Krasavina, if anything, opened up a small lead. Ni can't quite rein it in. I think Krasavina should take this one. She does 8.31.
好，恭喜来自俄罗斯的玛利亚 ，Congratulations to Russia Maria。
这就是比赛，是恭喜进入到前8的选手，也谢谢所有参赛的选手。那接下来我们丝毫不停留，马上进入到男子的16进8。
So already on to our round of 16 in the men's competition. This man, Reza Ali Porshena, will take on Alessandro Santoni. Reza Ali Porshena, just to let you know, is within 1/100th of the world record, 5.61. And he gets a good start this time, powering up this route. And the time, 5.63. Ali Porshena, extraordinary performance in the qualifiers. And another one in this round of 16, 5.63. Conditions in Nanjing is far from ideal. Extremely hot, fierce heat, and the humidity, which we haven't experienced throughout our week here in Nanjing, suddenly arrived today with comic timing. But still, times have been blisteringly quick. So out next, Stanislav Kokorin's taking on Shitin Song. This is a battle of the heavyweights, really. It would be a bit of a surprise if whoever of these two goes out. You'd expect both of them to be much deeper into the competition, but one of them will go out at the round of 16. Kokorin on the left, Song on the right. Kokorin got a marginally quicker start, and it looks like he's just about hanging on to that leader. He was until he slipped. 5.97 sees Song through. Just going back to the fast times earlier on, as we see, comfortably under 6 for Song. Yeah, we had no less than 6 climbers go under 6 seconds in the qualification round, including this man, Libor Harosa, closest to the camera, 5.88. Taking on Arseny Bogomolov. Very intense competitor, Libor. Bogomolov, you'd have thought, as I say, with the time already clocked today, under 6 seconds. Libor, the favourite. Had a couple of slips in Chongqing. Gets a fantastic start this time in Nanjing, and he's just holding on to a lead that he created in the first metre, and he takes it 5.73. 5.73 for Libor. Safely through. Blistering run. As I say, conditions couldn't really be much worse here, but doesn't seem to be affecting the times too adversely just yet. Another man who went under 6 seconds today, close to the camera there, Bassam Mawem. Can't get much closer to the action than our current angle. Bassa taking on Alexander Shilov, Russia. Just preparing himself. Bassam Mawem on the left, Alexander Shilov on the right. And it's Mawem who got the better start, but he's only just got a lead. I think he will just take it. He does in 5.84.
And thank you to Alexander.
5.84 there for Bassam Mawem. Safely through once again, under 6 seconds.
是的，Alexander另一位来。好，另一边呢是来自乌克兰的选手科斯坦丁，两位加油。
Up next, Russia against Ukraine. Alexander Shikov. We've just seen Shilov. This is Alexander Shikov taking on Konstantin Pavlenko of Ukraine. Shikov lost deep in concentration. They set themselves, you see there, they've got 4 seconds to go from the at your marks call. They're now ready. Here's the 3 beeps. Slightly sluggish start from both, but Shikov got the slightly better start, and he's going quicker once underway. 5.80, fast time.
Congratulations to Alexander, Russia. Thank you to Konstantin. Thank you.
所以呀，这个淘汰赛就是最紧张的时候，不能有任何的闪失。我接下来就更加残酷了，因为两位他们不仅是对手，同时还是同一个。
So out next, an all-Italian affair. Slightly unfortunate way it's worked out for the Italian team. One of their athletes will be going out in the round of 16. That's Ludovico Fossali that we see there to his right. Our left is that man there, Leonardo Jontero. A man that comes into this pre-season form extremely good. One of the Italians will be going home. Vasali looked like he went ever so slightly early. And he's opened up a bit of a lead, but I think Jean-Terra might just rein him in. He does. 6 seconds flat for Jean-Terra. Wins it by 0.06 of a second. Let's have another look at the top out. There we go. Nice and clean. Every millimetre counts when you're winning by 0.06 of a second.
Thank you.
最后的出手是非常重要的，所以说对不对 ？OK， 继续16进8，继续16进8，我们要欢迎2位选手。左边是预赛排名第3的来自乌克兰的选手丹尼尔。
是的。
So out next, Daniel Bouldering, closest to the camera in the yellow and blue of Ukraine. Current world record holder. You have to wonder for how long he will be able to say that. Israeli Poshena within 100th of his record already today. He's taking on Georgi Artemonov of Russia. He gets a good start. Boldyrev, he's looked in great form this season. You can see he's not even at full tilt. 5.66. Safely through. I think that judging by what we saw in the qualifiers, what we saw last week in Chongqing, form, it might be between him and Reza, but don't count out this man. Martin Zienski, closest to the camera, missed the round of 16 last year, last week, sorry, Chongqing didn't qualify. He's taking on Vladislav Dulin, who won last week in Chongqing. There he is. So he was the happiest man in Chongqing last week. Martin Zienski about the least happy. About 7 or 8 seconds from now, we'll have the same thing, and it's a false start. It's a false start from Zienski. Last year's Boulder World Cup overall champion is out. False start, didn't make the final 16 in Chongqing last week. He's out. There we go. No second chances. One false start and you're out. Dulin with an unopposed run. I imagine he'll still try and get a good time in here. Get the feel for the route. But he's I think even I could win this race still. Pretty good time, 6.63. Last week's winner, Chongqing progresses. Last year's champion is out. You can see it here. Let's have another look. It was very, very close. I mean, it looked to me as if Dulin actually got the slightly faster start. The equipment doesn't lie. Yeah, if anything, if you watch that back, you'd probably say it looked like Dulin who started faster, but we are using electronic timing equipment. It's not done by eye, it's done by electronic timing. Remember, of course, a false start doesn't mean that you go before the beep starts. It means that you go within 0.1 seconds of the beep starting, because 0.1 seconds is considered to be the fastest possible human reaction time. So this is Anna Tsiganova against Ala Marenic. Ignore that graphic. Tsiganova on the left, Marenic on the right. And this is relatively slow at this stage. Got faster towards the top, and Tsiganova takes it in 7.89. As I say, that's Ala Marenic on the right. Already into this women's round of 8. We never get time to catch our breath. So Yulia Kaplina is out. Taking on Elena Markusheva, compatriot. Kaplina, good start from her and a slip from Markusheva. Kaplina, you suspect, might not go quite at full tilt. Still a more than respectable 7.93. Sees her safely through once again. She won the Speed World Cup overall title 2016. She won the first event of 2017. She's a world record holder and she's safely through. 7.93. Anouk Joubert there, closest to the camera, taking on Aditha Ropek. Ropek, long, vastly successful speed climbing career. Joubert, much newer to the scene, but very much a force to be reckoned with. Somehow didn't quite win the overall title last year despite an extraordinary season. Can she go one better this year? She starts well in this race. Very marginal lead to Joubert. Ropek dropping slightly further behind. 7.62 gets it done. Anouk Joubert.
Congratulations to Anouk 进入到8强。是的。女子8进4，哇，最后一个名额，各位，女子8进4的最后一个名额。
So our final race in this round of 8 women's competition is Aurelia Saracen, Marina Krasavina. Furthest from the camera. It's being clipped in. We do use auto belay system here. Saracen's on the left. She got a marginally better start, but this is close so far. It was until Saracen slipped second week in a row. She slipped 8.04, sees Krasavina through.
Thank you to Aurelia France， 谢谢来自法国的奥利拉的攀爬。
Another look.
恭喜来自俄罗斯的玛利亚。
Saracen just slipping once again. So round of 8 for the men. No prizes for guessing who the crowd want to win here. Shooting song. Furthest from the screen, taking on Reza Ali Porshena Zandifar. Reza Ali Porshena, for the sake of ease during speed climbing competitions. Just getting himself set up, and that was the cheer you might have heard from the crowd for She's in Song. Reza, closest to your camera. She's in on the other side. And once again, Reza skips out at 4th hold. This new technique is developed. Let's have a look at the time, 5.67. Extraordinarily explosive athlete, and I was just saying he skips out, hold low down. If we get a slow motion replay, we'll be able to show you. Nice to see, handshake and a hug. Always amazing in these speed climbing competitions how quickly we end up with the really, really best known names in the business facing each other already. Libor Rosa, there he is, Czech Republic, currently lives in Victoria, Canada, taking on Bassa Marwem. Libor on the left there, lane A on the right, Bassa Marwem. And it's a false start for Libor. He's kicking himself. It's such a fine line. You're waiting for that beep. Let's have another look. Keep an eye on their feet. That's where the false start is picked up, and that was a pretty clear one from Libor. He's already, his left foot's already level with his right by the time Bassa started. So Bassa again, unopposed run. Always a bit of a strange situation to find yourself in as a speed climber. No one to race. Still need to post a time though. So want to get a good feel for the route, the conditions. Just appear to have lost our time. 6.40. Bass comes down, unsurprisingly slower than his last run, unopposed, 6.4 flat.
好了，接下来进入的2位，邀请8号来自
So is Alexander Shikov taking on Leonardo Jontero. Jontero beat his compatriot Ludovico Fassali earlier on. You can see they're waiting to come on, Boldyrev and Delin. Quite different starting position. Shikov much closer to the wall. There's a reset. Let's have another look. I wonder if one or both of the climbers reacted to something. Let's have another look. Both deep in concentration. The clock's still running. Can't tell much from that either way. We will have a rerun. At your marks, then 4 seconds to be ready. And for some reason, we've not got the footage. Now we do. Shikov and Jontero. Jontero on the right is beaten in 5.70 by Shikov. Another look at the top out. There we go. Left hand flies in, slaps the pad, stops it at 5.70. So is Boldyrev. Closest to the camera, Delin won last time out in Chongqing. One of them is going home though. Boldyrev still just the world record holder. He's looked capable of going faster than his world record, judging by the first week of speed climbing 2017 in the IFSC. Both looking very calm at the start, and Boldyrev looks as if he's opened up an early lead. He hasn't. A slip low down. Delin 5.75 takes it. There we go, Delin. When he realised he'd beaten the legend that is Daniel Boldyrev. Pretty pleased with this afternoon's work thus far. Another win would go down very nicely indeed. Qualified 10th, Delin. 6.04. Tied in with Ludovico Fassali. Often consistency the key. Speed climbing. Doesn't seem to make many mistakes. Slight delay there. Technical discussions. It's Stanley Yeo there, the blue t-shirt. Just explaining to the athletes where they need to be and how the next part of the competition will proceed. There's Anna Tsiganova. Just mind where she needs to go. She just wants to get on with it by the looks of things, jump up and down on the spot. Stanley just explaining the how it's all going to work. Jobert pretty heavily outnumbered by Team Russia, the only non-Russian female athlete in the last 4. I have to say, athletes look like they'd rather just stay in the zone. I think Jobert very much staying in the zone. And here we go, the athletes now are presented to the crowd. the final four in both competitions, says Tsiganova. There's Yulia Kaplina.
各位进入到前4强的第3位是182号，来自于法国的Anouk
France, world ranking number 1.
And here's Anouk
各位
Jobert.
接下来进入到女子前4强
Finally we'll have
第4位是
Maria
197号，
Krasavina.
来自于俄罗斯的
Maria, Russia, welcome.
There she is. They are our 4
接下来
semi-finalists
要继续
from left to right. Krasavina, Jobert, Kaplina, Tsiganova.
首先
So you can see Anna Tsiganova and Anouk Jobert. And Yulia Kaplina not really engaging with the presentation, just trying to keep focused. There's Reza.
各位进入到男子4强的第2位
He's a man that
是166号，来自于
can
法
go
国
very
的
quickly,
Baza
and he's already gone very quickly today. Twice in the 5.6s.
接下来男子前4
That's
强
Amar
的
Webb.
第3位是178号，来自于俄罗斯的
Had an
Alexander
easy last race, taking on Libor Harosa. Libor false started.
最后一位
That was the end of that. Bata had an unopposed run to the top. So Alexander Shikov. And finally Vladislav Dulin won the first World Cup of the year. Made a pretty good start to winning this one as well. And just being officially welcomed, despite having already raced twice.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So the athletes go back off the stage and ready to get underway.
因为没有4进2了，就是接下来是2 PK， 谁输了他也不会被淘汰，他就有机会进入到第3名的争夺，就是西区。谁赢了就进入最后的大决赛，就是争夺冠亚军。来吧，规矩我们稍事调整一下，首先要进行的
So let me
是
see our speed wall,
半决赛。
bathed in hot sun. Actually slightly cooler than it was maybe 2 hours ago when the bouldering competition finished the semi-final this morning. It was savagely hot. And there are Yulia Kaplina on the left. There she is, close up. Game face on. You can see the background Reza Ali Poshena. Headphones in, sipping water, trying to stay hydrated. It's extraordinary here in Nanjing. It's a lovely city, very spacious, very green. But if you don't drink at least a pint of water every couple of hours, they can get very uncomfortable very quickly. See our official there in the middle, waiting to call the climbers to their marks. And here they are, close to the camera there. Tsiganova, she'll race in lane A on the left, Kaplina on the right in B. This is for a place in the big final. So the big final decides the gold and silver medals. The runner-up in this race will go into the small final that decides 3rd and 4th place, who takes the final medal. Tsiganova on the left, she competed in the bouldering qualifiers last night. No signs of fatigue though. And she gets a very good start. Powerful climber Tsiganova. Making light work of this. Is she going to beat Kaplina? She's not. She slips. 7.44 for Kaplina. Unbelievable. Second week running, Yulia Kaplina. 7.44.
各位，这一个成绩好像也很震惊。目前大家是否记得
She can't miss right now.
有公布的，现在这个成绩好像超过，所以各位，这就是每日南极。好，继续。
好的。
Before we carry on, before we talk about Yulia Kaplina anymore, Anouk Jobert. On on the left, takes on Krasavina.
继续继续，左边
She
是
gets a
大
good
家
start.
右边是
She's got a very small lead, but she slips and hands it to Krasavina, who takes it in 7.84.
右边的出现了反超，左边选手两位都出现了小小的失误，天哪！而且刚才第一组的女子运动员出现了一个目前应该是要比7秒46更快的成绩。
But Yulia Kaplina,
我的天哪！
second week in a row.
好，继续
Extraordinary 7.44.
伊朗的 Riza 以及右边来自法国的 Plaza， 来看两
The
位。
new starting procedure, where the athletes know exactly when they're going to start, has seen the times come tumbling down. And there we see it, Yulia Kaplina, the fastest woman in the world. So on to the men. Is this for a place in the big final? There's Ali Porchena on the left, Basamawem on the right. Both explode out of the blocks. Bass had a small lead, but it looks like Reza just about reined him in, and he takes it 5.48. New world record, Reza Ali Porchena. I said he was looking close to it this weekend. Now he's got it. 5.48. Unbelievable. Reza Ali Porchena, I've been saying it, he can do this.
哇，非常的震惊，
Let's have another look at it. That's what a world record looks like.
非常震惊。接下来又是两位，
We've seen
又是两位
Yulia
队友的
Kaplina.
PK， 两位来自俄罗斯的选手，
For the
看到
second
底
week in a
谁
row.
能够赢到最后。
Smashing previous best times. Reza Ali Porchena, the first male climber to do it. Shikov on the left now, Dalin on the right. Dalin slips, he won't defend his title from Chongqing. And 5.61 for Shikov
这个又接近了世界纪录。
sees him through.
今天我觉得不仅是创造了
7.36 for Dalin.
同时在正式比赛的时候，他不仅出现
Have
了
another
很
look
多
at
的
it.
失误，但是也产生了很多的畸形。
Yeah, Yulia Kaplina,
所以啊，
absolutely on fire
所以啊，各位，
this season. And Reza Ali Porchena,
好，接下来，
ditto.
接下来
Just seen the world men's world record broken.
这是小决赛，也就是争夺第3名。
Taking over on the left, Jobe on the right. This is the small final, and it's a false start
我们今天
for
第
Tiganova.
3次
Anouk Jobe, she takes third.
在我们女子速度争夺季军的时刻，所以现在按照我们的规则，哇
Let's have another look at it. Jobe, look. Yeah, she was just shifting on the pad. Then Tiganova shifted twice. And you can see in that final shot.
好吧，各位，
Jobe with a
接下来
clean
他在
run.
自己站到，还有速度很快，来自于法国的安杜克获
8.17.
得了本次世界杯的季军。
Congratulations to Anouk, France.
But look, there we go. No need to rush.
这是登上了领奖台的荣誉。那接下来冠军的争夺来自于
So
两位
Yulia
队
Kaplina,
友
how fast can she go?
196号 Yulia
Second
以
week
及
in a row that
197
she's
号 Maria。
Gone far beyond anything achieved before this season. Can we see 7.3? We shall see. Clean start from both, no false start this time round. And Kaplina looking quick, got a healthy lead of a metre or so. 7.38! She's broken the world record again.
速度非常快，之前的世界纪录是7秒46。
Let's have another look at this Yulia Kaplina. I was just saying, how fast can she go? Can we see a 7.3? World Cup win, number 2, and she is just getting quicker.
来自俄罗斯的布拉迪斯拉夫，两位加油！
So, small final in the men's competition. Bassem Marwem, there he is, taking on Delin on the left, on the right. This for the bronze medal. And Delin, I think, has a slight lead. He does 5.79. Takes it by 300ths of a second.
Congratulations to Russia. Congratulations to Vladislav. 所以要恭喜获得季军的选手有时间。
So Reza Ali Porshena, world record holder for the last 5 minutes. How fast can he go?
The
men's big final. So let you know, we'll have the podium ceremonies this evening after the bouldering final. Both these men will be on the podiums, but in which order? And if Reza gets a clean run here, how fast can he go? He's closest to the camera on the left. Another quick start from him, and he's powering up the route, but Shikov's staying with him. He was until he slipped. 5.54 for Reza. Can't quite match his time from earlier, but I think he'll take that. Shikov does not record a time. Slip, let's have another look at it. Left foot.
Congratulations to Iran.
So it would have been enough to break the old world record. He breaks the old world record twice in a day. His first one was faster, 5.48. I think he looks pretty happy with that one. And there we go, extraordinary speed final here in Nanjing. Both world records gone in frankly terrible conditions. Makes you wonder how fast these climbers could go. Yulia Kaplina looking absolutely unstoppable this year. Martin Zienski just walked past the camera there. And there we go, the speed wall where hard to even recap how much has happened in the last hour. Enjoying the last of the afternoon sun here in Nanjing, which is what most of the athletes will be off to do. And then we're back 6:30 PM this evening with the bouldering finals.